Hey folks, it's the Peoria Dude. I am headed out to tour the property today. We got rained out yesterday, and these videos are a couple days behind on YouTube because I'm not at home. So I'm going to see what kind of video and pictures I can get and bring you along for the tour if I can. Probably not a whole lot of it because I'll be talking and trying to learn about the property, but come along for the ride and hopefully I can get some good content for you. Always use a wind filter.
In the very, very top left corner, I put a little yellow square around the property where we are headed today. And you can see who my neighbor is to the south of me, the Ouachita National Forest.
I'm going to have to get better at this video taking stuff because I'm always missing the good shots.
Yes, I am going to have to get better at taking video that's not just sitting on a tripod pointed at me. So I took out the audio from this video, finally figured out how to do that. But here we are. That last clip was about 5 miles away. Now we're coming up. This is about 2 miles away. And we are headed into a recreational. This is Blue Mountain Lake. This is only about 2 miles from the property, or mile and a half the way the crow flies. And we just stopped off here to take a look at the Blue Mountain Lake and see what this is a boat launch area where people can launch their boats, and there's a nice little picnic area, and it was a really good trip. Again, this is only about 2 miles from the property, and I have not seen the property yet. At that point, I had not seen the property yet, and you can see from Mr. Google Pants Maps here, the property is in a little red circle I put there, and you can kind of see how close I am, right in between Blue Mountain Lake and the Ouachita National Forest to the south.
Yep, today we are here with the dude. Yes, we are. We're out here scouting out some new property. And here's a picture of the dude. We're going to walk down to some of the other types of complimentary benefits you get around here. When you buy cheap land, you get a park, and within walking within not too far a distance, and a lake. And
his video quality is a little bit better than mine, but I do appreciate the additional video footage to pass on to you guys. This clip is just the picnic area above the lake and a little ground campfire area and a raised grill, and there's the pavilion. Not a lot going on, but pretty nice to show.
okay. Yeah, we're now just coming down to the lake. What's the name of this lake, honey?
Blue Mountain Lake.
It's Blue Mountain Lake. And this is on the way out to some property that Peoria dude's going to take a look at and consider setting up a sustainable business. And this probably isn't that far away, and one of the benefits is being able to come out to some place like this and not be that far away. So, very pretty day. Let's get some pictures of the lake. There's somebody out doing some recreational boating. Haven't seen anybody fishing yet, but I'm sure they fish too. Yeah. Pretty area. Pretty good sized lake. Yeah, this was a recreational area set up by the Corps of Engineers around the lake.
That was the only boat we saw on the lake that day. Now, granted, it was a Monday afternoon, so there not a lot of people out, but kind of a quiet, not so traveled lake. And boy, wouldn't that be great to have that just a couple miles down the road from from the property, and it really is a beautiful lake. There are about 5 campgrounds around the lake. There are in other spots. This spot we were at was only a boat launch with a pavilion. And now I've got a little slideshow for you of the lake, and I'll put some music with it.
Bass fishing would be great. I've never been into bass fishing much, but I guess they're okay for eating. This is where the gravel road starts, heading to the property. We got a couple big mountains in the background here.
Last 2 miles to the property from Blue Mountain Lake are on gravel roads. That will be something different for me. And as you see, we just went under some power lines, and the video is horrible. Combine a gravel road with a dude with Parkinson's, and you get some shaky camera. As you see to the left, I think some of you can guess what that is. Yes, that is a commercial Tyson chicken operation, and it's about 1.5 miles from the property. And this is Arkansas, folks. That isn't the only one. If you were to look at the Google Earth or Google Maps of Arkansas, they are all over the place. And, well, I'm just having to look at this property. Hopefully it will work out for me. We're still headed down the dirt road here. Not a lot to see. In the background there are some really nice hills, some people would call them. From Illinois, we call them mountains. And I've got a shot from Google Maps here, and you can see the chicken properties. There's 2 of them right there, not too far away.
Right there is the post for one corner of the property.
Okay, and this is it?
Yep.
Okay. Oh yeah. And we're here, YouTubers.
Yes, indeed. Made it.
I've decided not to show a lot of the property because it is someone else's property at this point, and so I just didn't feel comfortable showing that yet. We'll see if the deed is in my hand, then I will definitely give you a tour. But here's just a few clips. That's an old shed structure that's on the property. This is a picture of a ham radio tower that's huge, and we had a Bigfoot sighting. Imagine that. But seriously, the property is 2.8 acres. It is a rectangle, and it is a forest. Except for 2 very, very small clearings, it is all undergrowth and trees. The trees are newer. It has been cleared before, but it is a forest. This is one of the smaller clearings, and hey, if you're going to start homesteading, it's not done on day 1. You got to do some work for it.
And after all of that, I regret to inform you that I have decided against becoming a homesteader. Homesteading is stupid. Look at all the hard work that it takes. I've decided to become a biker instead. Yeah. Or in this case, a triker. Nah, I'm just kidding. This is a relative. Neat little three-wheel Can-Am. I just thought it would be funny to stick that in the clip. No, I'm still in negotiations on the property. We have agreed in principle, verbally. Tomorrow we're going to meet up again and go through that process. A quit-claim deed will be the mechanism by which the property is sold. And if you're not familiar with that, I've had a learning curve on quit-claim deeds. So perhaps in a future video I will cover what the heck is a quit-claim deed and what are some of the things you should look out for. In a nutshell, a quit-claim deed means buyer beware. So you need to do your research and your homework before buying a property using that method. And that's not to say it's a bad method to use. It is a cheap method to use, and it's a quick one also. But I'll get to that in a future video. So the property, it's not mine. So I just did not feel comfortable showing you a grand tour of the place. Needless to say, it's on the edge of a forest, and the property is a forest itself. It is 2.8 acres. There are some large, older trees there, but most of it had been cleared before, you can tell. A lot of the trees are newer growth, and it was just so thick that I could not view the entire property. But that's not a big deal to me. The location just was amazing. That Blue Mountain Lake, I fell in love with the area before I even saw the property for myself. The property, as I said, is 2.8 acres, almost 3 acres. To the north of the property, there is a little farm. I saw a bull out there, so he does run cattle through it. Directly to the south is just a smaller property. They just use it as a weekend getaway. Catty corner to the property is a 4 of those long chicken warehouse buildings. So that would be one of my neighbors. But to the east and then down to the south of the property, that is all the Ouachita National Forest. So I think within the general vicinity, of what we would consider like 2 blocks, there may be 4 homes. So it is out in the boondocks. The property does have a well. The well is working. The property does have electric to a pole on the property, so that is already taken care of. The property does not have a septic system, which is different than I thought when I originally came down here. But, you can work around that with a composting toilet and a gray water system. As far as, have I bought it yet? It is not mine yet. So we shall see how that turns out. And then, what else can I say about it? I'll know in the next few days. You'll just have to stay tuned. My whole life is taking a 360-degree turn, and my channel along with it. And so thank you to my subscribers, thanks to my viewers, thanks to everyone who has offered me words of encouragement. That has been a huge help. I think I am on the verge of becoming an actual homesteader, and that is both exciting and extremely scary. I will be meeting again with the property owner, very nice guy, a veteran who has served our country, and just a great guy. So I've enjoyed getting to know him and getting to know more about the property, and I do hope to stay in touch with him. to learn more if I do get the property. I will be meeting with him tomorrow. The deed might be done tomorrow. We shall see. And also in a previous video, I mentioned I would be potentially getting a different vehicle. And I will end this video with a small clip of the truck that I'm interested in. And I'm not telling you the prices of the property or the truck at this point. I might have a little, I don't know, contest as if I can afford to give anything away. No, it'll just be a fun guessing game. That's what it'll be, a fun guessing game in the future. And so if the property does change hands to me, that'll be fun to see what some of you think it is worth. There is a old mobile home on the property, and I deem it uninhabitable for myself personally. Not to say it's not good enough for somebody else, but that's just not something I wanted to tackle, and I did not want to show all of you. But the property has potential. It really does. It's going to take a lot of work. There's no possible way I would be able to make it on my own. So hopefully with some suggestions and some help from the YouTube peanut gallery, you can help me make the transition to the homesteading life. So we shall see. And I guess with that, I will end this video. Always use a wind filter. Enjoy the final clip of the truck that I am thinking it will go great with having a homestead that is at the end of 2 miles of dirt roads. Take care, everybody.
Alright, this is a 1996 Dodge Dakota 3.9 liter engine, regular gas. It's a crew cab, so just 2 doors. Nice tool shed. Cruise control, cold air conditioning. We just took it for a test drive. The only little thing is the bumper's a little crooked. Got a nice bed liner. That will haul plenty of chicken feed. And not too bad.
Currently, there is a phone line and DSL is available, but I did talk to the internet service provider and they can do a fiber to the FTTH, fiber to the home, fiber optic to that property, so I can get high-speed internet access to the property.